system definition and concepts. These are the topics which I have covered in this lecture. What is system? Constraints of a system, properties of a system, elements of a system, types of systems, and categories of information. Now, what is system? The word system is derived from Greek word systema, which means an organized relationship between any set of components to achieve some common cause or objective. A system is an orderly grouping of interdependent components linked together according to a plan to achieve a specific goal. Now come to the constraints of a system. A system must have three basic constraints. A system must have some structure and behavior which is designed to achieve a predefined objective. Second, interconnectivity and interdependence must exist among the system components. Third is the objectives of the organization have a higher priority than the objectives of its subsystems. For example, traffic management system, payroll system, automatic library system, human resources, information system, etc. Now the next is properties of a system. A system has the following properties. First, organization. Organization implies a structure and order. It is the arrangement of components that helps to achieve predetermined objectives. Second is interaction. It is defined by the manner in which the components operate each other. For example, in an organization, purchasing department must interact with production department and payroll with personnel department. And the third is interdependence. Interdependence means how the components of a system depends on one another for proper functioning. The components are coordinated and linked together according to a specified plan. The output of one subsystem is the required by other subsystem as input. And the fourth is integration. Integration is concerned with how a system components are connected together. It means that the parts of the system work together within the system even if each part performs a unique function. And the last is central objective. The objective of the system must be central. It may be real or stated. It is not uncommon for an organization to state an objective and operate to achieve another. The users must know the main objectives of a computer application early in the analysis of a successful design and conversion. The next is elements of a system. This figure shows the elements of a system. In this, outputs and inputs are. The main aim of a system is to produce an output which is useful for its user. Inputs are the information that enters into the system for processing. Output is the outcome of processing. The processors. The processor is the element of a system that involves the actual transformation of input into output. It is the operational component of a system. Processors may modify the input either totally or partially depending on the output specification. As the output specifications change, so does the processing. In some cases, input is also modified to enable the processor for handling the transformation. And in the control section, the control element guides the system. It is the decision-making subsystem that controls the pattern of activities governing input, processing and output. The behavior of a computer system is controlled by the operating system and software. In order to keep system in balance, what and how much speed is needed is determined by output specification. And the feedback provides the control in a dynamic system. Positive feedback is routine in nature that encourages the performance of the system, whereas negative feedback is informational in nature that provides the controller with information for action. Environment. In this section, it is the supersystem within which an organization operates. It is a source of external elements that strike on the system. It determines how a system must function. For example, vendors and competitors of organizations' environment may provide constraints that affect the actual performance of the business. Now the next is boundaries and interface. A system should be defined by its boundaries. Boundaries are the limits that identify its components, processes, and interrelationship when it interfaces with another system. Each system has boundaries that determine its sphere of influence and control. The knowledge of the boundaries of a given system is crucial in determining the results of its interface with other systems for successful design. Now come to the types of systems. The systems can be divided into the following types. First is partial or abstract system. Physical systems are tangible entities. We can touch and feel them. Physical systems may be static or dynamic in nature. For example, desks and chairs are the physical parts of computer center which are static. A programmed computer is a dynamic system in which programs, data and applications can change according to the user's need. Abstract systems are non-physical entities or conceptual that may be formulas, representation or model of a real system. Now the next is open or closed system. An open system must interact with its environment. It receives inputs from and delivers output to the outside of the system. For example, an information system which must adapt to the changing environmental conditions. A closed system does not interact with its environment. It is isolated from environmental influences. A completely closed system is rare in reality. Now the next is adaptive and non-adaptive systems. Adaptive systems respond to the change in the environment in a way to improve their performance and to survive. For example, human beings, animals. A non-adaptive system is the system which does not respond to the environment. For example, machines. Now the next one is permanent or temporary system. Permanent system persist for long time. For example, business policies. Whereas temporary systems is made for a specified time and after that they are demolished. For example, a data system is set up for a program and it is disassembled after the program. Now another one is natural and manufactured system. Natural systems are created by the nature. For example, solar system, seasonal systems. Manufactured systems is the man-made systems. For example, rockets, dams, trains, etc. Now another is deterministic and probabilistic system. Deterministic systems operates in a predictable manner and the interaction between system components is known with certainty. For example, 2 molecules of hydrogen and 1 molecule of oxygen makes water. Whereas probabilistic system shows uncertain behavior, the exact output is not known. For example, weather forecasting, mail delivery. Now the last is social, human machines, machine system. Social system is made up of people, for example social clubs, societies. In human machine system, both human and machines are involved to perform a particular task, for example computer programming. And in the machine system is where human interference is neglected. All the tasks are performed by the machine, for example in autonomous robot. The next is categories of information. There are three categories of information related to managerial levels and the decision managers makes, which is shown in this figure. First is strategic information. This information is required by topmost management for long range planning policies for next few years. For example, trends in revenues, financial investments and human resources and population growth. This type of information is achieved with the aid of decision support system. Next is managerial information. This type of information is required by middle management for short and intermediate range planning, which is in terms of months. For example, sales analysis, cash flow projections and annual financial statements. It is achieved with the aid of management information system. And the third is operational information. This type of information is required by low management for daily and short-term planning to enforce day-to-day operational activities. For example, keeping employee attendance records, overdue purchase orders and current stock available. It is achieved with the aid of data processing system, that is DPS. Now thank you. This is all about system definition and concepts, and this session is powered by digital version 2.0 Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. Hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in comment box. I'll resolve it. Thank you. Namaste.